وبعد. One day Rasulullah ﷺ, he comes into the masjid and he sees a sahabi who's extremely distressed. He's down, he seems preoccupied, and the Prophet ﷺ wanted to cheer him up, so he asks him, "O Abu Umama, what brings you to the masjid at this time? It's not time for prayer." Imagine you come here at 10 a.m. for some work and you realize there's somebody in the corner very preoccupied. It's not Dhuhr time, it's not Fajr time, nobody's here. What brings you here? Abu Umama says, "Ya Rasulullah, duyunun lazimatni wa humumun. Humumun lazimatni wa duyunun." That I have a lot of anxiety, a lot of depression and sadness because of some life circumstances, number one. Number two, duyunun, I have so many debts to pay that I'm very concerned how I'm going to take care of it while supporting my family. The Messenger of Allah ﷺ was very perceptive of people's challenges, so he approaches him and he says, "Ya Aba Umama, alla u'allimuka kalimatan, shall I not teach you something? If you make this dua and practice on it, all of your concerns will be dealt with. Your life circumstances, your worries and your debts will be taken care of." The first part of this dua, as we did yesterday, is Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-hazan. Ya Allah, I seek protection from ham. What is ham? Any worry that is going to come. Exam tomorrow, work meeting, job application, ham. Ya Allah, protect me from that. Number two, hazan. Something that happened in the past. That I failed my exam, and now I'm so concerned. Am I going to make it to college? I failed my exam. Am I going to get a job? What are people going to think about me? That hazan. Then the next two things are very important. وَأَعُوذُ بِكَ مِنَ الْعَجْزِ وَالْكَسْلِ. Ya Allah, I seek your protection from number one, inability, ajz, when you're ajiz. And number two, kasal, laziness. Why do we seek Allah's protection from inability and laziness? Because oftentimes, there are two obstructions from a person's success, either external or internal. Internal means I am my biggest own enemy. I'm living my normal life, and I want to improve the circumstances of my life, but I don't want to put any effort into it. Am I going to study? Am I going to educate myself? Am I going to go abroad? Am I going to learn? So I ask Allah's protection from kasal. Rasulullah ﷺ is saying, if you want your duyun, your worries to be sorted out, ask Allah that, Ya Allah, allow me to be proactive in sorting out my challenges. Number two, ajz. Ajz is when there are external factors. My life circumstances are such that I have a family with a very serious medical condition that's really bogging me down. That's really preventing me from moving forward. Ya Allah, sort that out. So, there's two parts of the dua so far that we did. Number one, Ya Allah, a'udhu bika min al-hammi wal-hazani. Ya Allah, all my future worries that bring me to the masjid. I can't even think, I'm praying salah, I'm crying, nighttime I'm trying to sleep, but my mind is preoccupied. This concern, this bill, that debt, my children's education, my family's, I just have so much that I feel like my hair is gonna go gray when I'm young. And Rasulullah ﷺ says, make dua, that yes, life circumstances are going to come, but what's very important is how you react to those circumstances. Don't get ham. Number two, don't get so much grief that you're paralyzed. You need to be proactive. Then the last two things, ajzi wal kasal. Ya Allah, any external obstructions that I'm trying to apply for the job, but nobody's accepting me. I'm trying to go to study, but it seems like I'm not getting accepted. Whatever the case may be. Number two, kasli, my own laziness. I have the time, I have the opportunity, I'm just not able to muster the courage. Ya Allah, you give me the motivation and strength to succeed in the akhirah and succeed in this life. As I mentioned, the Sahaba were human beings as well. If we have anxiety, they had anxiety. If we had debts, they had debts. If we have medical conditions, they had medical conditions. But what made them unique was how they reacted to those challenges. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us with this dua, and may we inculcate it in our lives. Ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. Jazakumullahu khairan. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.